Hey, what's up? Like, totally time for 90210.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to our new thing, Beverly Hills 90210. It is September 2nd, 1994, although not when you listen to this. So what we did was...
What?
Well, just listen. What we did is I took all the times we talked about 90210 from episode 1 right on up to, I think we left off at episode 13 or something like that. And so I took all those little bits out and I put them on their own tapes, and we're giving those tapes out currently week by week. And now we're starting to do it live, but this will be weeks later for you. So I guess it's hard to talk about it that way. But I'm Mark.
That was really confusing, Mark.
And here's Carol.
Hey, what's up?
So, this is 90210. We are on episode 14?
No.
The Sleepover.
Is it episode 14?
Slumber Party. Yeah.
Okay, wow. Yeah. Yes, the Slumber Party.
Yes, so that was the episode that we watched. Carol, why don't you take us through the plot of the Slumber Party?
Okay, so Brenda wants to have a slumber party.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say a threesome.
It's so bizarre to me. Maybe it's because I am also a Midwestern girl like Brenda is at heart. Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't seem weird to me to want to have a sleepover with your friends. That seems like a normal activity. I have had sleepovers with my friends. Now, I don't call it a sleepover.
Slumber party.
Slumber party. Yeah,
Right.
I call it a sleepover, not a slumber party. Correct.
Right.
And, I mean, it may not be a party at all, but I mean, like, you know, me and Heather were, like, at each other's houses all the time.
Yeah, I don't see, and here's the thing. As a guy, I don't really have sleepovers at this point, but sometimes guys will spend the night.
Right.
Because sometimes we'll watch some horror movies late at night, eat some popcorn and candy or whatever, and then it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, guys, and I'm just like crash on the couch.
Right. So I don't understand what the big deal is, but when she tells her girlfriends that she wants them to spend the night at her house, they're like, oh my god, a slumber party? We can't do that. Oh, that's like for babies. Like,
Yeah, Kelly especially is she is not wanting to do this, really.
So weird. So yeah, I mean, eventually though, she does get them to agree.
Brenda's calling it a woman empowerment night.
Yeah.
Which Andrea is all about.
Right. I mean, I guess it's a interesting workaround, but it's still a slumber party, really. I mean, okay, so she gets them over there. She has Andrea, which actually comes up.
Yep.
Andrea, Kelly, and Donna.
Oh, I'd like to point out, too, that David and his geeky blonde friend are planning on crashing the party and filming them or taking pictures or something.
Creepy, douchey little boys.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Kelly has an older friend, and not older age-wise, but like an old friend that she used to be good friends with, and, you know, we've never seen her before, so...
I think she's also a senior, though.
Oh, maybe she is physically older, too.
I think she mentioned that she's a senior.
But, she wanted to hang out, so she invited her to Brenda's woman empowerment night.
Correct.
And this bee shows up.
Oh, yeah.
Without pajamas. Everyone else is wearing pajamas, but she is too good for it.
She looks like she's dressed like a lawyer, too.
Yeah, she does not look like a high school student.
No, it's so weird.
And, she's like, okay, let's go to a frat party, like, trying to get Kelly to leave with her, which is so rude. Mm-hmm. Like, I think they should have kicked her out right then. Just been like, you know what, forget it. Somebody shows up at my house and tries to take my friends away, fuck you, get out.
Right, exactly.
But they let her stay for whatever reason, and they're having so much fun. Like, I wish I would have been there. Like, They got all the junk food. They're having snacks. They're having a good time. They're dancing. Which that's what they were doing when she came in, was they were dancing, and she looks like they were fucking, like, killing people.
They even got their mom. She even got her mom in on it.
Yeah.
Her mom was dancing along, too, having fun, because, you can just have fun. It's fine.
Right? Yeah, but this girl thinks she's too cool for all that, so.
When they're eating the junk food, the one girl, the girl that the bee is not eating.
Yeah, she's none for me, thanks.
And I think it was Kelly or somebody says, "Oh, we must look like pigs to you," or something like that. And she said, "You said it, not me."
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, and everyone stops. You could hear a pin drop.
Yeah, she was terrible. So then, it gets too late. They're going to do the Ouija board. That was the next thing. And,
right.
And they get all freaked out because Andrea decides to try to contact her grandmother, which I think that's dumb. Like, I've done the Ouija board, but I've never tried, like, my dad is deceased, and I have never tried to contact him. I think that if you have loved ones on the other side, let them be in peace.
Correct.
Leave them alone. Like, what the hell? But she's trying to contact her grandma, and supposedly it's working. So everybody gets all freaked out and doesn't want to do it anymore. And they catch the boys outside the window, trying to spy on them, take pictures, whatever.
Yeah, creeps.
And, they shut the curtains on them. So now it has gotten too late for the bee. I wish I remembered her name, because I'm just going to keep calling her the bee the whole episode.
Right.
It's too late for her to go to the frat party now, because all the boys are too drunk.
Yeah.
And
they'd have to be drunk, though, to want to sleep with you.
Right? So she's like, now that you guys have ruined mine, I'm going to ruin yours. Yeah. Again, F you. Why would they agree to this?
Seriously. She tells them exactly what she's going to do.
Like, this is my mean revenge. Let's do it.
Right. And they're like, oh, okay.
So she wants to play Skeletons in the Closet, which is not a game I have ever heard of.
No, Spin the Bottle, Truth or Dare.
Never Have I Ever.
Yeah, exactly. Those ones, but not Skeletons in the Closet.
But Skeletons in the Closet apparently is a game that they've played, or at least her and Kelly have played, where somebody sits in the middle and everyone just asks them questions, and they can ask whatever they want.
Yeah,
and,
ask me anything.
Yeah. And apparently, you just keep going till they cry. Like, what? Like, like that's how you know you won? I don't really see the point of this game.
Yeah, I don't know how many questions. See, I think they made this game up for the show.
Maybe.
Because there's no clear defined rules. We all know when it's over because they've revealed the most secret thing about themselves, but there's nothing in the rules that says when it ends. See, in an actual party game that was created like this, it would be like, you can ask me anything. Everyone gets one question or two questions or something like that. Then it's over and it's somebody else's turn.
Yeah, you'd have to have something. But let's see. What do we find out about everybody?
We find out that Kelly lost her virginity to some dude.
On the ground in the woods.
Yeah.
And it was basically, sounds like it was date rape.
Yeah, and unsatisfying.
Yeah. And she cries about it.
I mean, I guess all date rape's probably unsatisfying.
Right. I mean, I don't know if it was truly date rape or not, but it sounds like it because he kept saying, you want it, but she said, and I did, but not on the ground. So I don't know.
Yeah, she was very conflicted, and I guess this is one of those things that's probably somewhat true to life because she admits that like she wanted to have sex, she wanted to lose her virginity, to this guy, but she wanted it to be different. She wanted it to be perfect. She had this kind of ideal, and she was maybe saying no, which would, make it date rape, but it also was like she kind of wanted to be with this guy too. So
so when he's saying you wanted it,
it's a very gray area.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to know, I guess, what exactly. I mean, I just kind of flat out go, if someone says no, then that's the, if a girl says no, I mean, I don't have to deal with that anymore because I'm with Carol now. But if a girl says no,
sure, sweetie.
No, I'd
never say no to you.
I just mean that we have a relationship.
Well, yeah, you know that I'm consenting party,
right? But yeah, before if somebody said no, I would just be like, okay, that's what ends it, you know,
Right.
no matter what. Even if I thought that they were, you know, playing a game or something like that, like, you know, some girls like to do, it didn't matter. I was just like, okay, you said no, so I'm done.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, that's safe.
Yeah, exactly. So, but, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, a great situation with her.
But, I mean, she originally tried to lie and say that it was with Steve.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently he lost his virginity to her. Because,
Right.
I mean, I think she was telling his virginity story when she told that, and then how he had this big grin on his face afterwards. It was kind of cute.
Yeah. And then with Andrea, it was the fact that she likes to be called Andrea instead of Andrea, I think, right?
No, that wasn't it. What was it?
I think that's the only thing I can remember from her. They were like, why Andrea instead of Andrea?
Because it's different.
Yeah, she likes to be different. She likes to, I don't know, put on airs or whatever.
I swear I thought there was something else, but maybe not.
I don't think so. We know her biggest secret, that she doesn't live in Beverly Hills.
Right.
But she obviously didn't say that.
What was Donna's?
Donna's was nothing, remember?
Oh, yeah.
She had no secrets. The most bland, vanilla personality ever.
Yeah, that was sad.
She really just does. Donna is the equivalent of paint drying as a character.
Yeah.
And so then Brenda's was the fact that she kissed a guy that was dating a girl that was her friend.
Yeah.
At a dance.
Which is crappy.
And she did it because she wanted to break them up.
Yeah, that's the crappiest part.
Right.
So, and like, didn't she tell her friend about it or something? Yeah, I mean, that's terrible.
Immediately.
Yeah.
And they were never friends again, I guess.
Yeah, that was a sad one.
Yeah.
And then this girl, when they say, okay, it's your turn, she's like, no, I'm leaving.
Yeah. And they just, like, seriously, they're the most spineless women out there.
Right.
Because they just kind of go along with everything she says, and then when she's like, no, I'm leaving, I'd never reveal secrets to you, drips, or whatever, they're like, oh, okay.
Right. But she left her purse, and they knock it over, and a bunch of pills fall out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Like a whole pharmacy full of frickin' like capsules. It just seemed like an insane amount of pills.
It's almost like the prop department just filled it with pills. It was
right?
like, let's see, Yeah, the
Make
director...
sure pills fall out of here.
The director and the prop department got into an argument over how many pills is enough pills.
Right? So... And then Kelly recognizes the pills.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing, too. Is that right off the bat, Kelly's like, oh, I know exactly what this is.
Right. So apparently they are diet pills that her mom used to take that wrecked her mood.
Yeah. Turns her into a jerk.
So,
or a bee, as we've been calling
So then
her.
everybody's like, oh, okay, so that's why she's a bee.
Yeah.
And
they're
then,
all immediately forgiving of it.
Yeah, and then they just totally forgive her for acting the way she acted. And
she comes in and she's like, I can't believe you guys went through my purse. You're assholes.
And, so they talk to her about it, and she decides to stay and decides to eat. Like, whatever issues she was dealing with are all better now just because they found out and they're going to be nice to her.
Yeah, that was the weirdest thing. So, obviously she has some sort of eating disorder. She's like, okay,
Or drug addiction.
I used to be fat. That's my big secret. And now I take these diet pills so I'm not fat anymore. But they turn her into a complete asshole. And so they're like, stay and everything. Brenda says, no, we want you to stay. And she gets a smile on her face, like, oh, all the things, the chemicals that have been messing with my hormones are now gone.
Right.
Because you were nice to me. And she says, oh, you want me to stay?
And the Grinch's heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Exactly. And she's like, bring the whole box of cookies. Thank you very much. I will eat them. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, I did not care for that at all.
No, it took a kind of a serious issue. Like, it took a serious turn, and then it just sort of just swept it. Like, I think they were writing it, and they were like, okay, what page are we at? Okay, finish this up, clean it up.
Right.
We're done with this now. It's been an hour.
Time to move on. Mm-hmm. So
we'll never see this girl again.
No, for sure. So the subplot is Brandon and Steve.
Oh, yeah, I forgot what the subplot was for a second. Yeah, Brandon and Steve want to go out for a night on the town.
So Steve's all like, oh, we're going to get into this, 21 and older club. And they don't because, they're high school boys.
Right.
And
the bouncer at the door is like, yeah, never no way you're not getting in here.
Yep. So they're sitting in Steve's, cherry, what is it, a convertible or?
I think it's a convertible for sure. I think
Corvette?
It's a Corvette, I believe. Yes.
Yeah. And the girls that were originally making eyes at them leave the club and see them sitting in the car. And instead of questioning why are these losers, not getting into the club, they're like, hey, can we go for a ride in your cool car?
Yeah, they were like, oh, yeah, that club's dead. I'm sure you left early. And they were like, oh, yes, we did.
Now, these girls look like prostitutes. I really, really thought they were prostitutes.
So did I. I voiced that.
Yeah. So they go off with them. Now, this is a 2-seater with 4 people.
Right.
So it's real cozy in there.
Oh, yeah.
And
I've done that before, too. I don't know if I mentioned that during the episode.
No, you did not.
I was thinking it.
I don't want to hear about it. Don't go ahead.
No, go ahead. That's fine.
No. Tell me about the slut.
What?
Tell me about the slut.
No, I was just going to say that one time, I can't remember who it was, but they had to sit on my lap. I don't think it was Julie Baker. I think it was Megan something.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead.
The slut. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry, Megan. I'm sure you're a beautiful girl. Anyway, they're all friendly in there, and the girls are like, hey, let's go back to your place. And of course, they can't take them back to their place because, they live with their parents. Yeah. And,
although isn't Steve's parents, always gone?
Yeah, that's the impression that one gets, but who knows? I mean, he was out for the night, so maybe they're not out. Maybe his parents were in. Because, it seems like they all try to avoid their parents.
Mm-hmm.
Not that, I kind of do that too. So the girls are totally understanding of the fact that they can't go back to their apartment because they're having it renovated or something.
Yeah.
That's the bullshit they say. And they're like, well, let's go hang out in the parking lot behind this abandoned school.
What? It sounds like, hey, you want to go to Murder Alley?
Right, I'm like, are they gonna go get, mugged? What's happening?
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, it's worse than that. The girl that is making out with Steve says she wants to drive his car. Now, mind you, these boys are making out with these girls, and they're all, right next to each other in this car. It's kind of gross.
Gross, yeah.
And so they're like, okay, everybody get out. This part makes no sense.
Yeah, because she's like, I want to drive the car. And Steve says, okay, everyone out. Why? Why do you have to get out of the car?
Yeah, just, switch spots with her.
Yep.
But yeah, so everybody gets out of the car, and she acts like she has no idea how to drive this clutch.
Yeah, stick shift.
Mm-hmm. And then she's like, okay, come on. And her friend just runs and hops in the car, and they drive off.
Yeah, she screams, let's go. And no one does anything. Brandon could have grabbed the girl's arm. Doesn't. Right. She jumps into the car, and then they speed off because now she knows how to drive a stick.
Yeah, because she always did.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So,
it's a lie.
Yeah, I mean, it was just so... It's obviously the plan from the beginning was to steal this car.
So Steve's all pissed, and he's like, oh, they'll be back.
Yeah.
They're coming back.
He's, in denial, just oh, we're just going to wait here because they'll come back.
There's a heavy implication that he has been a complete loser since Kelly broke up with him.
Right.
So I think that's part of what's going on here. But Brandon says, no, they're not coming back. They stole the car. Let's go. And so they go to the police station, and they're talking to the police, and the cop's like, okay, so what happened again? And she said she wanted to drive, so I was like, go ahead. And he goes, oh, you told her she could drive the car? He was like, yeah, but they just left us in the parking lot. And he goes, well, you gave her permission. So...
So stupid.
Arbitrary 48-hour rule for some reason. You don't see her in 48 hours, then you can report the car missing. Like it's a person.
Right. Yeah, so freaking dumb. I'm sorry, it was obvious they sold the car.
So, anyway, they're like, while they're there, the police officer goes, hey, you know, the license plate number, what was that again? And no, Corvette, no, we found her.
Yeah, and they bring the girls in because they were pulled over for speeding. They were doing like 100, I think they said.
Yeah.
And
very smart criminals.
Right. And then they had some tickets or something, like a warrant out for unpaid tickets. Who has so many tickets you get a warrant? Come on.
I don't know. Somebody cruising up and down the boulevard every night, I guess.
I guess. So then the girls start flirting with Steve.
And they're like, oh, we were going to come back.
Yeah.
We couldn't find you or whatever.
Bullshit.
We were getting frozen yogurt for you.
And he just like, okay, and he bails her out.
Yeah, he pays her tickets. And it was like, now you're going to pay me back, you know, with a blowjob. Is basically what he's saying.
Basically. And she's like, oh yeah, let me give you my number. But it wasn't her number. It was like a coupon or something.
I think it was a dry cleaning coupon.
Right.
And then they take off.
So, yeah, I mean, in the end, he gets his car back at least. So, good for him.
Yeah, status quo restored. And I'm sorry, but Steve is still the most vile character on the show. He's
just a fucking idiot.
So I don't really feel sorry for him.
I feel a little sorry for him.
It sounds like he's getting played like you used to play that one other Mark.
Right? Sorry, Mark.
Yeah, I'm not. Anyway, so that is the episode for the day. Carol, tell the people all the things.
Stars, money, likes, tell a friend, and all that jazz.
All that jazz.
Bye.
Bye.